Hey guys, welcome to GameFandango. I'm Chris.
And I'm Jake.
Today we got a special treat for you.
It's like candy.
Like mind candy. Look at them graphics!
Space age graphics.
We're gonna go into the future, the third millennium, perhaps, and see exactly how law and order is upheld. How is this done? Judge Dredd.
This is so Chris's thing because I don't know enough about Judge Dredd to really talk about him. But I know Chris we really need to play more games that I know a bunch of stuff on, because I really do. We just don't play them.
Well, actually, I didn't choose to play this game. My good friend Tiki Man, shout out to the Tiki Man, he recommended I play Judge Dredd. He also recommended I play Terminator 2, and I said no, my brain cannot handle any more LJN games. No thank you.
I guess we've learned somewhere on the internet that LJN's a terrible thing.
No, we didn't learn. We learned it by doing. We played so many... okay, here we go. This is not... Okay, we played TNC Surf Design, LJN.
Yeah.
TNC Surf Design 2, LJN. Beetlejuice.
LJN.
Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah.
So many games that are this game is stupid. Oh, it's LJN. Anyway, yes.
Judge Hershey.
Judge Hershey bar. So, for those of you who don't know what Judge Dredd is, wow. Anyway, Judge Dredd is a future cop. And
I have to say this is a really kind of neat game because you actually do capture people and take them away. And it reminds me kind of Oddworld.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, because you kind of instead of capturing your friend, you're helping your friends, and it has that kind of layout. So it wouldn't surprise me if this kind of inspired them in some ways.
Perhaps. It's based on the movie Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Which is loosely based on the comics. I say loosely because...
you have a big gripe about that.
And I don't know. I want to say 30, maybe 35 years of being in 2080 comics. Judge Dredd has never removed the helmet so you can see his face. If they've ever removed his helmet, they've always played with it in shadow. I remember one, he went undercover, so it wasn't his face. So technically they got away with doing it because it wasn't Judge Dredd's face. And they made a point of saying it's Judge Dredd, but it's not his face.
I imagine him taking off the mask and the helmet's underneath.
Oh my god, that'd be even better. No, there was one where they took his helmet off and they played with the shadow across his face.
Right.
You couldn't see his face.
He was always obscured.
And it's the Sylvester Stallone movie. It took him exactly 5 minutes to take the helmet off, and he never put it back on.
Just Stallone did.
He's like, if I gotta wear this helmet, they won't know who I am. Can you repeat that, Mr. Cro-Magnon? They won't know who you are. You're Judge Dredd. It doesn't matter what your face is. It's just, you need to be this helmet. Which is what I liked about the new Judge Dredd.
Right.
Is they never showed his face. That made me so happy. I'm dude, even in the beginning, they never showed his face. They're just he put the helmet on, he never took it off.
That's awesome.
Which is even better. So, according to my knowledge and lore in the Encyclopedia A to Z of Judge Dredd that I have over on my bookshelf, that actually is a mutant. The purple skin guy actually does appear in the comics. He's a mutant. These narc looking guys.
I like how his little blood bits come off. Kind of makes it really hardcore.
Yeah, this is a movie tie-in game because it does follow the movie plot.
Right.
I'm not gonna get into it, but
he's trying to make Hershey bars.
He's trying to make Judge Hershey bars. Judge Hershey bars. I forget what I'm supposed to do here. There we go. Dude, I used to be so good at this game. I used to be good at a lot of things.
Yeah, I used to be a fencer, a jouster.
I used to be I used to be somebody. I used to be a contender. But anyway, funny thing about 2000 AD comics, they originally started. Yeah, here we go. They originally started as like another company. The name escapes me right now, but they were picketed, and parents groups like all band together and got them like banned from publication. So because they were like violent, they were like war books and like horror books, and they were just considered too graphic and too violent for their Puritan kids. So they basically made them stop publishing. So they decided to make everything in the future with like robots and stuff. And they're like, it's robots. Nobody dies in robots.
Nobody dies in robots.
So that's how Judge Dredd came about. He could get away with violence because he was a good guy. And because he was an unfaltering good guy. Like he was a clear line between good and bad, and he never crossed that line. I mean,
like the whole idea here, like you're not killing guys. You're like, oh, did you kill that guy?
No, he was a dark judge.
Oh, he was a bubble. Well, like, you know, the whole idea is that you're capturing them rather than...
Yeah, like, if they resist, actually, you get negative points if you kill them. After they throw their hands up, you get negative points for actually doing that. Because
I like that
they
concept.
surrendered.
Right.
Now, I'm a huge Judge Dredd fan. I'm not even going to be abashed about it. The second one that came out is called Dredd vs. Death.
Yeah.
It's a piece of dog shit, dude. Like, oh.
I love it when he gets, like, passionate about things because you can tell in his eyes. You can't see his eyes, but they got big.
Like, I know that it sounds hyperbole when people say it. Like, oh, it's the worst game I've ever played. It's close to being the worst game I've ever played.
Yeah, and like when people say that, like worst game ever played, sometimes there's sequels and things like that, that they remember the first game being so good, and then the second one was...
Well, it's not even that there's, like...
I mean, I can see it with people like
Well, it's not even that, like, it's the same type of game. This is a movie game. Like, it follows the story of the movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, it wouldn't have come out unless there was a movie. Like, honestly, the best thing to come out of the Judge Dredd movie is this game. Like, that's hard to say because it's like, yo, I love Judge Dredd, but, like, seriously, like, had they not made that movie, this game would not have been made. There is no call for it. There is no fan base, really, in America, except, like, the rabid diehard fan base. You gotta remember, in 95, that came a few years after the Turtles, and they just were snatching up all sorts of movie properties. Right. You had the ill-fated Fantastic Four got snatched up. Yeah. Like, they were just trying to put out any English comic. Like, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is an English comic. They figured they could make anything into a movie.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, 2000 AD is British. So cool. Judge Dredd is based on an English comic.
And so he should be eating, like, eating crawfish.
Well, no, it's an English-based comic, but it takes place in the dystopian future of America. So, and it's kind of a satire. Really, let's get deep. It's kind of a satire on how violent American culture is. Like, judges can kill you in the middle of the streets, the judge, jury, executioner.
Right.
Just because violence has gotten so commonplace that, like, they just don't have the amount of manpower to do everything. So they basically just go, all right, here are these dudes. They're judges, judge, jury, executioner. And everyone lives in these things called megacities because there's so many people. A megacity basically stretches from New England all the way down to, like, Atlanta, Georgia. So, like, there's a ton of people.
That's a lot of traffic.
I like how it's this violent, massive conglomerate of people, and all you care about is the traffic. Oh man, I'm gonna be late. Like, did you not hear? Like, it goes from like Boston to Atlanta, Georgia, and all you're worried about is.
Well, you can go to a Red Sox game and then go down to Georgia and get some chicken. Good Southern fried chicken. It's very good.
Actually, that would be illegal in the future.
Southern fried chicken is illegal in the future?
Yeah, like it's funny that no. Well, no, it's a funny commentary because like,
wait, what's
sugar is illegal.
So they're like banning really specific foods.
Yeah, like it's like I really have to like get you into like reading the comics because they are like a social criticism aside from being all of these things because like everyday things become illegal.
Were they like cutting down on fats and like made stuff?
Actually, yeah, and this is comic book geek right here.
Hilarious.
But they had these guys called fatties, and people bet on them to see who could be the fattest. And like the fatter you are in the future,
reality TV show.
Yeah, like the fatter you are in the future, the more celebritar you are. You know, celebrity. Because people don't get fat because they can't eat. Because they don't have enough food. So like there was one guy named 2 Ton Tony, who was 2 tons, who basically just ate and ate and ate. Now he's like 2 tons, who was like amazing, and he got killed by his rival because he wanted to be the fattest man in the world. Like it's
4 ton Frank.
But yeah, like it's just a social satire.
That's awesome.
I honestly found it
now.
like most of Judge Dredd was very satirical and not to be taken like the Punisher.
Right.
You know, the Punisher, he killed like I let you borrow Welcome Back, Bro.
Yeah.
Like there's no like satire, there's no social commentary. Whereas Dredd, beneath the mask,
yeah,
beneath the helmet, so to speak, there is a very, very deep critique of American culture about how we'll make anybody a celebrity, hence 2 Ton Tony.
Yeah,
you know,
I just read Batman comics, and you're all reading all these serious things.
I would not call Judge Dredd serious. Not by any...
I'm sorry, little guy.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
I like his little knee dance.
Oh
man. Is it a shield blaster?
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm assuming that was a boss.
Yeah. You assumed correctly, young Padawan.
Oh, serious. That got really serious for a quick amount of seconds. Well, anything else about Judge Dredd?
Dude, I could go on about Judge Dredd. Like, I could really go on.
Your own mini-series about Judge Dredd.
Like, I would really do a long play and just, like, tell you everything I know about Judge Dredd.
Make a play about Judge Dredd. It's like the Dredd and the Dreddites.
You are guilty, yes you are. Must obey the law.
We're gonna make this show like half video games, half musicals.
Yeah, it's just crazy because like, hopefully this is give you a little bit of a taste. I remember beating this game, in prison, and it was just so crazy. Look at that Joe number, 69, dude.
Well, how about we continue?
Honestly, I don't feel like playing this game anymore.
You're done, right?
Not that I'm done. I just don't think I have it to play it all the way through today. Maybe we'll come back to it on another edition of GameFandango.
That sounds good to me.
Alright, I'm Chris.
And I'm Jake.
And remember, I am